Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. I finally got up early after a while of not getting up early enough to do stuff, and I have edited a few vlogs, which has been really nice. Finally getting some of those up, and those will go up at some point later today. Like sometime, probably during like my lunch break, I'll take a minute to post them, actually publish them, and write descriptions for them and everything. It's not early enough for me to go to the gym before I have to go to work, unfortunately. I need to go shower and eat something because I'm hungry. Sorry, I'm like distracted. They're like doing something out in the graveyard right now. Are they extracting bodies? Or is that what's happening? I don't know. But this guy is just like driven up right onto people's burial sites. Lovely. I'm glad I don't have to sit here and listen to this all day. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's been kind of loud. But yeah, it's time for work, and it feels good. I've had a good productive morning. I was checking both the vlog channel and my channel. I am only a couple subscribers away from 6,000, and we are only a couple subscribers away from 600 on the vlog channel. So my channel and the vlog channel, and Giselle is less than 100 subscribers away from 3,000, which is amazing. So we're doing really good with that, I believe.
So I don't have work until the afternoon, so I'm making dinner right now. I'm cooking some bacon. I have over here chopped some onions and garlic, and I'm gonna be making some clam chowder, and it's gonna be delicious. And I don't know how Christopher is gonna feel about it, but I've been really wanting it, and I haven't made it for a while. Kind of similar to the last time I made mashed potatoes. Last time I made clam chowder, it just didn't turn out super great. So we're gonna try it again and see if it's better this time. And I of course had to grab my clams, and I'm gonna throw this all together, and it's gonna cook in the crock pot, and it should be delicious. And here is the clam chowder. It's very thin and liquidy still, and it's gonna be so good, hopefully. I'm gonna keep saying that because fingers crossed I like it this time. So I'm just gonna let this sit on low heat for the 5 hours that I'm gone at work.
We're home. We got back like a half hour ago or so. Giselle not only made clam chowder, which I'm guessing is good. Is it good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bite in a second.
I didn't thicken as much. I think it's because I stuck a little bit less cream than usual.
For me, thank you so much. I'm trying not to eat lots of heavy dairy stuff, like
so
cream.
It's not as thick as it usually is, so like normally it's like a really thick chowder, and here it's it's still pretty liquidy, but it's thick enough. It's not like disgusting. It's not like milk with clams in it.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna taste good. She also made zucchini and squash, which is lovely, and she also made biscuits, which are gonna be delicious. At least smell really good. Okay, yeah, we're gonna eat this.
I even stuck less pepper in it than normal because Chris was telling me how much he hates pepper.
Well, I just like we were having a couple things with pepper in them, and I realized that too much pepper just doesn't taste good to me for some reason.
I added a little bit extra
in hers. So
I don't know if you can see, but I added a lot actually. The little bit was.
I don't know. What was the thing you made the other day? Potatoes. The mashed potatoes you made.
Oh yeah.
She mixed in pepper with them, and there's a certain taste. I like them, but when it had a lot of pepper in it, when she mixed the pepper in beforehand, and that's a taste that I just don't enjoy. And things like she puts pepper in macaroni and cheese too, which I hate. It tastes awful to me. So I just don't like pepper very much. I've realized. I don't know why, but yeah. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. We're gonna watch stuff. I'm gonna film a review tonight, and at some point we're gonna film a video for Patreon, which will go up tomorrow because tomorrow's the 1st. It's the last day of the month, which is weird. It's the 28th, but that's February for you. We're gonna film that and post it for people from the lowest tier to the highest tier. You can watch a Patreon-only video with updates and announcements and stuff like that. It's gonna be fun.
Secret projects.
Secret stuff, secret projects, secret things that are happening this month and further on. So anyway, it's time to eat. So it's about time for bed. Was a good night. I posted a review. We did our Patreon video. It's ready to go up tomorrow. It's fun. It's like 20-minute long, a little bit over 20-minute long thing with updates and announcements and just things that are happening in the near future. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun, and we're going to keep doing those every month. On the first of every month, a new one's going to go out for everyone from the lowest tier to the highest tier, so feel free to join up. And then tomorrow, the 1st of March, we will have our first on the vlog of scrolling of the Patreon producers. So if you join up this month, then you'll see your name in April's, and you'll also see your name in the ones that I post on my weekly wrap-ups. And I decided today, well, actually I decided a couple days ago, but I definitely realized today that I'm definitely not going to do a weekly wrap-up for this past week, because I didn't finish anything this past week, so that'd be kind of a lame weekly wrap-up, wouldn't it? Just because I've been watching movies a lot at work instead of listening to audiobooks, and I'm still kind of in the movie kick. I watched a couple more movies today. I won't worry about talking about them, but I just finished Kings of the Wild, and I really liked it. But I was kind of like, it was so much fun. It's like, it's not perfect, but it was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. And I was kind of just enjoying the ride. I wasn't letting myself speed through it or anything like that. Like, I was just kind of letting myself relax, read it, which was really nice. I kind of did, I didn't skim read or anything, but I definitely read With Blood Upon the Sand very quickly. Because it was a long book and I really wanted to move on. Even though I really, really enjoyed it, I really liked it. It was like a 5-star book. It's really good, and I really liked it a lot, everything about it. But I did read it pretty quickly. I didn't really allow myself to kind of relax while I was reading it. But this, I've just been kind of having a nice, relaxed time reading it. So that's that. I'm going to do a February wrap-up and statistics video like I did for January. I'm going to make it a little bit more robust, but maybe put some actual infographs in the video, so you can see a visual of what I'm talking about, and that'll kind of go over everything that I've read in February, obviously, much like the January one did, except for this time, for this video specifically, I am going to put the Patreon people in that one, since I'm not doing a weekly wrap-up for this past week. So the weekly wrap-ups will happen again, because I'm going to get back into reading more books every week. So I have several things I need to finish this week. So next week's wrap-up should be great. So anyway, I did get the chance to watch the Oscars, and I wasn't able to find it on Monday. And I also wasn't here on the vlog last night because I fell asleep very quickly, and it was such a pain, so hard to find a full version of the Oscars to watch all the way through, and I finally found one to watch today, and I finished it, and I got spoiled for so much stuff yesterday when I was trying to find it. I could not find the full thing anywhere. ABC or whoever runs the Oscars or whatever, or owns the rights to it, just has made it impossible for anyone to watch it who didn't watch it live, who didn't have an ABC subscription or a TV subscription or whatever, which is the dumbest thing ever, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like it could be so much bigger if they actually let people watch it online, but whatever. Anyway, I eventually found it, and I watched the whole thing, even though I knew most of the stuff already. And I have some thoughts. I mean, I was fine with everything. It was not like anything upset me or anything. I think maybe just a couple I was a bit on that could have been different. For example, I liked Emma Stone's performance in La La Land, but once again, I just didn't find La La Land in any way to be all that special, I guess. It was a fun in the moment, fun to watch, nice music, pretty good acting, definitely, good directing, and the guy he won Best Director too, which is a little bit strange to me. It's great that he's the youngest director to ever win before, but the first movie he made, Whiplash is one of my favorite movies. It is so much better than La La Land. Whiplash is a million times better than La La Land. He should have won for that one, maybe. This one, I understand why the Academy loved it so much, but at the same time, it was just okay. It was pretty fun. It's a pretty fun romance musical with a terrible ending, but I enjoyed it well enough, and I don't think it necessarily deserved all the Oscar nominations that I got, or the wins that I got. Just my opinion. However, it was it was very difficult to watch not pretty difficult to watch, very difficult to watch when La La Land got announced for Best Picture, but then Moonlight won. Oh my gosh, that was uncomfortable. And I knew it was coming too. It got spoiled for it. I knew it was coming, and the whole time I was just like, oh my gosh, they're still going. There was 3 producers up there for La La Land. The first 2 had already said their thank you speeches. The third one was saying his thank you speech before they finally changed it and fixed it. And yeah, anyway, I'm not surprised that Moonlight won. I think it's definitely deserving, more deserving than La La Land. Definitely a very good movie, and probably out of all of them, like everything, considering everything in the movie, probably the best movie out of all of them, at least in my opinion. I really did like Manchester by the Sea a lot. I know a lot of these movies aren't necessarily a lot of people's thing, but I did enjoy well enough all the ones that I was able to see, and Moonlight deserved to win. Let's see, Zootopia won Best Animated. I liked Zootopia. I did. I really did, but I think Moana was way better. And I haven't seen Kubolt in the 2 Strings. I thought that might win because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I need to watch it. I'm going to watch it at some point. But I feel like out of the 2 Disney movies that were nominated, Moana was easily the best of the 2, in my opinion. Moonlight winning Best Adapted Screenplay made sense. La La Land Best Original Score, fine, whatever. Best Original Song, I think probably could have gone to the Moana song, How Far I'll Go. Could have gone to that one. Honestly, I'm not too devastated or anything like that by any of these, really. But Manchester by the Sea winning Best Original Screenplay, definitely feel good about that one. Very well-written movie. I don't know. The rest of them, I don't really have that much of an opinion on. Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about that. I disagreed with a couple things, don't really care all that much about the things I disagree with enough to really be like, but whatever. That kind of goes along with like none of the movies. Like obviously I never went out of my way to watch all of them before now. I've never went out of my way to watch a single one of them, and I watched them all right in a row, and they were pretty good. Not any of my favorites. None of them are my favorites or anything like that, but all pretty good. This year has a lot of movies I really care about, so I'm really excited to see next year's. So, anyway, I think that's about it for today. That's all my thoughts on that. I'm going to go to sleep now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.